So in an anxious attachment where you create attention to attempt a connection, maybe you use sex in order to make sure that your partner wants you. And that if your partner doesn't want sex, then then you make up that they don't want to be in a relationship with you or they don't love you. I have a couple that I saw today, and he's had maybe 5 or 6 affairs. She just got caught having 1 affair, and he is emotionally abusive to her if she won't have sex with him every day. He says that's the only way he feels loved. That's the only way he wants to stay in the marriage. He can't understand why she wanted to have sex with her affair partner, doesn't want to have sex with him. He yells at her all day long. Why don't you want to have sex with me? He's very anxious. Avoidantly attached, you can imagine that this is a type of person that might have casual sex but doesn't want to commit. Say, I can't handle monogamy, or I'm not ready to have a serious relationship. When really it's their way of avoiding emotional risk. So people who are avoidantly attached are afraid to be too emotionally close. So they might use sex to manipulate their partner, but they may also withdraw from any kind of intimacy so that they show up in therapy as if they've lost passion for their partner, and they might blame their partner. I'm not attracted to them anymore, but it's really them withdrawing to protect themselves. Anxious attachment might suspect their partner for feeling manipulated. Like this couple that I have, he wants sex every day, but he also suspects that she's still cheating on him. So he enjoys sex, physical pleasure is positive when he does have it, but he will lose the motivation for sex if he isn't stimulated all the time. Why he's also had like 5 or 6 other affairs. Like there's always this tension around sex. People who are fearful or insecurely attached feel like they're inconsistent. So they might be very close at times, and then they stop wanting to have sex and they get distant, and their partner's like, well, I don't understand. And then they might fight, and then they might use sex to make up, and then they feel close, but then they get distant again. So that fearful or insecure attached might feel like the relationship is never stable. So insecure and sex might be unable to communicate or talk about sex, and eventually that decreases their own sexual dissatisfaction, even though it's them that can't talk about sex. So as you're thinking about what you think are the 5 things that are important for good sex, communication about sex might be one of those things. Securely attached people who are trusting can talk about what they want in bed. They can share their desires or their fantasies, and they're relaxed about it. It doesn't feel threatening. They also feel like they don't have to have sex to keep their partner. They feel like they don't have to have sex if they don't want to have sex. They don't use sex for manipulation. When you have grown up with caregivers that are warm and responsive and make you feel safe, then you learn to regulate your own emotion. And that's how you become securely attached. So in other words, I can titrate my own emotion. Like if I'm upset or angry with you, I can take care of myself. That's what I learned if I have a secure, attached parent. It doesn't mean that the relationship is always perfect. It means that even when it's not perfect, I know that we're going to be okay. And more importantly, I know I'm going to be okay. So when you have a secure attachment style in your sex life, and you have needs that have been expressed and say they've been rejected, this might affect your communication about sexual needs in your adult relationships, but it doesn't mean that you are going to take it personally as if it's about you. All of these things have to do with attachment. So your motivation for sex, how close you can get, your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, how you handle stress in a relationship, how you manipulate your partner to get what you want when you use sex for manipulation, how you protect yourself and your emotions, who has the power in the relationship, how you use pleasure to either just to celebrate it, the two of you, or by yourself, or if you use it as a bargaining chip, or how you are able to nurture your partner, or how you receive nurturing.